And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed. To you it shall be for food. Genesis 1:29. Man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full. Psalm 78:25. Everyday Manna with Lisa.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Everyday Manna. Today we are going to make some quick and easy sandwich ideas, and to go alongside that we're going to make a homemade strawberry lemonade and a fruit salad with a dressing that could not be simpler. So let's get started on our salad fillings. Now for today I chose three things that are, most people are aware of, but many people do not know how to make it. This is my version of egg salad, tuna salad, and chicken salad for just a quick, easy lunch or supper idea for you. So I have a dozen eggs that we have boiled. And to cook an egg, by the way, you put them in cold water, bring it up to a boil, reduce it down to like medium to where it doesn't boil over, and cook them for 10 minutes, and then take them immediately, rinse them under cold water, and there you go. That's how you cook, that's how I cook eggs. And I love this little slicer thing that I have, but if you don't have one of these, you can do it with a knife. But this little thing makes chopping eggs very, very simple. You just put it on there and then take them off and put them through the other direction. It makes quick, easy work of eggs. Or if you don't have one of these, let me just show you how we could chop it by hand. It's not that difficult. Just cut them up into chunks depending on how thick or thin you want your chunks of eggs. I kind of like to see a little bit of a texture in there. And you want a dozen eggs. If you're just maybe making this for 2 people or 1 person, cook half a dozen eggs, like 6, and then reduce the quantities of everything else by half. This is one of those recipes that's really easy to convert to other quantities. This makes enough for, 4 to 5 people to have a sandwich that's, good size filling in there. Just chop them up. It doesn't have to be all the same sizes. It's perfectly fine that you don't. Just cut them up however you want. You want about a dozen eggs, hard-boiled. And to put along in our eggs, I like bacon. I like cooked bacon in my egg salad. Some people have probably never tried cooked bacon in their egg salad. If you haven't, then by all means try it. Think, we love the eggs and bacon together for breakfast. Well, it's just a natural marriage, if you will, to put it in your egg salad too. Let's get a couple more. I always boil extra eggs when I'm cooking eggs because it makes a great little snack. If I'm going to go through all the trouble of cooking eggs, cook more than what you think you need at that time, and then put them in the refrigerator. They're great additions to regular salads, like a green, leaf salad, or on their own as a snack in the afternoon. It's a great, great snack to have, full of protein. Eggs are a good source of protein. They used to say that eggs weren't all that good for you because of the cholesterol in the yolk, but I think the thinking on that has kind of changed. And I think that now they say, probably 3 eggs a week is okay to eat, even if you have high cholesterol. But you know what? You can enjoy the whites as much as you want. And many times, I just have the egg whites. And if you don't like the yolks, feel free to make this with just egg whites, because I do that for myself often because I do battle a cholesterol issue. And sometimes I just will use the whites and not put any of the yolk in there, and it makes a delicious little egg salad. So that's about a dozen eggs, just chopped up. And to that, we're gonna add some salt and pepper and some grated cheddar cheese. Just plain old grated cheddar, sharp or mild, whatever you like. And then we're gonna stir that up. Forgot to get a spoon here. I'm gonna add my bacon last. Now, we're gonna add some mayonnaise. You could do half mayonnaise and half plain yogurt if you wanted to. About half a cup or so of mayonnaise. You just want to have enough to make your salad come together. I'm not one of these people that likes my sandwich spreads just swimming in mayonnaise. I like them a little more on the dry side for my taste, but you use however much you like. And again, you can substitute half plain yogurt if you wanted to. And then we're gonna add our bacon. Now I've just pre-cooked some bacon in the oven, about 6 or 7 slices, as much or as little as you like. And then just chop it up or crumble it with your fingers, however you want to do it. I love bacon. And I think bacon makes everything taste better to me. You could use turkey bacon if you wanted to. And then just add your bacon right into your salad, and that's it. Simple and easy and quick, and this will keep for a couple days in your refrigerator. And for, you know, summer picnics or just a quick, easy supper, very easy and very good. And then you would want to just serve this on your favorite bread, whatever you like. We just like the sliced Italian bread or whole wheat bread, whatever you like is fine. And then just make yourself a little sandwich. Great for kids' lunches, pack it in their lunchbox, and then put one of those little chilled things, you know, that you keep in your freezer for the lunch boxes. And then add just a leafy lettuce green if you want, just some kind of crunch and green in there. You know, you gotta have a little texture to it. And that's all there is to it. And there is a delicious, easy, quick egg salad sandwich for any day of the week. Now, let's make what is probably the world's easiest fruit salad. You know, you want to have those cooler things in the warm, hot weather. You want to have that refreshing, you know, fruit salad that we love. So you just take about 3 or 4 cups of whatever your favorite fruit is. Now for today, I chose some strawberries, some grapes, and some pineapple. But you could do anything. You could put kiwi in here, apple. You could do anything you wanted, whatever kind of fruit you like. Raspberries, blueberries, doesn't matter. Then get a box of the instant, make sure it's the instant pudding. I'm using white chocolate flavor. And then just put that over your fruit. And for a little extra sweetness, I'm gonna add a little honey because I really, really love honey in fruit salads, and this is gonna be stubborn. So let me just take the whole cap off. A couple of tablespoons of honey is plenty. Makes the fruit just a little bit sweeter, and the honey's very good for you. Just remember not to feed it to children under 1. And then stir it up and let it set. And what will happen is that pudding, and you'll see at the end of the program what this will do, that pudding will mix with the juices that are coming out of the fruit and cause this delicious flavored dressing to occur. Just let that set, and then that pudding will dissolve, and we'll re-stir this at the end of the program, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It will make this delicious dressing on this fruit salad. I used white chocolate, but you could use lemon, you could use just vanilla, you could use any flavor that you like. So I chose the white chocolate for today. I'm gonna take a quick break, clean up my board, and when I come back, we are gonna make tuna salad. I'll be back in just a minute. Hey, and welcome back. Now we made our egg salad with our bacon and our cheese, and we put that on our sandwich bread. Now let's move on to another favorite of many people, and that is tuna salad. You know, I think everybody knows how to make the traditional, open the can of tuna, drain it, mix it with mayonnaise and a little bit of grated onion, and that's good. And I make that all the time at home. But this one is gonna be a little bit different. We've got just 2 cans of just regular tuna in water. I like the tuna packed in water better. And I just drained it. And I'm adding a little bit of salt and pepper. Be careful with your salt with tuna because oftentimes it can be a little salty. You know, tuna can be a little bit salty. Then I've got 2 tablespoons of just sweet pickle relish. You could use the dill relish if you wanted to. I really like that. They come out with it. It's the little salad cubes that are kosher dill because I love dill pickles. You by all means could use the dill. And then I'm gonna add that knife's a little big. Let me get a little smaller knife here to work with. I'm gonna add a couple of chopped egg to my tuna salad. Now you don't have to add the egg if you don't want to, but I wanna chop this very fine, much finer than what we did for the egg salad. I wanna just chop it up really fine, and then I'm actually gonna go back through it with my knife. And you know, I think 1 egg's probably enough on here. So we'll save that one for a snack a little bit later. Chop it up, and then take your knife and just kind of go through it to chop it up even finer. You don't want big chunks of egg in here. These are very inexpensive meals to make for your family or just yourself. Again, it will, you know, stay in your refrigerator for a couple of days if it lasts that long. But delicious and good for you. Again, a great lunchbox idea for you to take to work or for your child to take to school. And then some celery for some crunch, chopped up really fine. If you don't like celery, leave it out, but you need that little bit of a crunch in there. You want it chopped up pretty fine. You could pulse it in a food processor if you had a food processor handy, or one of those little mini choppers. I love those little mini choppers that you can get now at any store. They're about $20 or so, but boy, are they handy when you don't want to dig out and get all your big food processor out. Those little choppers are wonderful things to have in your kitchen because they're very small, very portable, and make chopping onions or celery or anything, nuts. I have one at home when I'm making something that requires chopped nuts. I just pull that little thing out. I had gotten it for a wedding gift many years ago, and it still works, and I use it all the time. A little mini food chopper. Handy little thing to have. 1 stalk of celery, just minced up kind of fine. Stir all that together. Now this is tuna, egg, celery, and pickle relish and salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna add some mayonnaise, and I really do like the low-fat mayonnaise better. That's what I use, is the lower fat mayonnaise. Again, you could use half plain yogurt if you wanted to reduce the amount of mayonnaise that you use. And I think this needs a little more pepper. I'm gonna add just a little bit more pepper to that. That was probably about 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise, not much. Let's add a little extra pepper in there. And that's it. And you could serve this on your white bread like we had with the egg salad, or you can get in the grocery stores now in the bread section these great little salad pockets or pita pockets. They're great for sandwiches. Perfect little round shape that has a hole in there that you stuff with whatever kind of salad you got, chicken salad, tuna salad, egg salad, whatever, and it's portable. And look how easy that is. There you go. Just great little wrap that up and portable little sandwich idea for you. So there is our tuna salad that you could substitute, again, you know, some mayonnaise and yogurt or just plain mayonnaise. Now let's get started. Let's just get started on our lemonade. Now, you need a blender or a food processor for this recipe. So get your blender out, and in here I have about 1/2 cup or so of just plain sugar. And I have a quart of strawberries, minus a few that we snacked on, that I'm gonna put in here, and I'm gonna puree these pretty fine before I go on with the recipe. This is kind of loud, so bear with me. We're gonna puree these strawberries. We're gonna have to add a little liquid. Let's add a little bit of our water to it. Sometimes it works great without liquid, but sometimes it doesn't. We'll add a little bit of water to it. Now let's try this again. There we go. You want to puree those strawberries to where they're very, very fine, and I think that did it, but let me get a little spoon here. Okay, you see how that just is liquid strawberry? That's exactly what you want. And to go in that 1 can of frozen lemonade concentrate, thawed. Then blend all that together. And then mix this with some water. Be careful because it may splatter out. We've got it pretty full. And that's it. And there is some homemade strawberry lemonade. Let's taste it for sugar needed. I just added about a half a cup, but it might need more. Nope. Perfectly sweet. You want to read the container and see how much water is called for your recipe. And make just a pitcher of delicious homemade strawberry lemonade, which is really and truly one of my favorite things to drink in the summertime when it's hot and I just want something refreshing. Nothing beats a cold glass of a cold glass of lemonade. I like to just kind of take a lemon and slice it thin and then cut it in half and float them in there. And that way people know what it is. If you've got one of those big, you know, nowadays everywhere you go, you see the big beverage dispensers, double this recipe and put it in there. It's wonderful done like that. To serve, I would just take a little bit of a lemon, cut it in half, put it in a pretty little bowl, and just serve your lemonade just like that, maybe with a little ice in there. Oh, you could puree it with some ice and make a slushy drink out of it. Would be delicious. But there you go. There's a quick, easy, homemade strawberry lemonade. I'm going to clean up. When I come back, we're going to make a wonderful chicken salad. I'll be back in just a minute.
Pass it on.
Okay, what happened to your passing? You gotta support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the board. Oh. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Al? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart. Hey, it's my girl. You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
All right, now for our final salad filling of the day, we are going to make chicken salad. There are 1,000 different ways to make chicken salad, and I make several different varieties, and this is one that I chose for today. Now here is where, if you have leftover roast chicken, or, you know, you could even use turkey here if you wanted to. Leftover roast chicken or turkey, you would want about 2 cups, 3 cups or so of just the chopped meat. Or you can buy one of those rotisserie chickens that you get in the grocery stores and just shred, take the skin and the bones off and shred up the meat. Or you can get canned chicken, right, same place that you would buy the tuna in the cans. You can get the canned chicken, and that's what we're using today. This is 2 cans of just chicken white meat. To that, we're going to add some celery for crunch and flavor. I use celery in a lot of things because it's one of my favorite vegetables. It's delicious. But if you don't like celery, again, you could use apple, would be delicious in this. Just some finely diced apple with the chicken is really good. But you want it to be kind of finely diced. About, you know, a stalk and a half of celery is good. Finely diced. Adds flavor and crunch, and it's good, and it's good for you. Let's add about half of this stalk. This is a big, fat, juicy stalk of celery. You could, if you wanted to take any of the salads that we've made today and take celery sticks and then put the salad inside the stick instead of the bread, would be a delicious low-carb way to eat these salads. Really good. I use celery stuffed with many things and eat it. I love it. So that's about a stalk or so of celery that we're going to add to our chicken. Some salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon or so of pepper. I have here some chopped up grapes, and then half of a small can of crushed pineapple, half of it. Keep the juice in there because that will mix with the chicken, and you won't need quite as much mayonnaise to make it juicy and good. And then an additional layer of flavor, I've got some sliced almonds, about 1/4 cup of sliced almonds. You can kind of break them up in your hand if you want to, or you could use the slivered almonds. If you don't like almonds or you are allergic to them, you can leave them out. It just adds a different layer of flavor and a crunch. And actually nuts, truly, if you're not allergic to them, nuts are one of the healthiest things that you can eat. I eat a handful of walnuts every day just to help for my health. It's good and very good for you. And then some mayonnaise, and again, with any of these, you can use half yogurt and half mayonnaise, or even all yogurt if you wanted to. The plain yogurts are wonderful in these kinds of salads, and it reduces the fat and the calories and adds some protein and goodness, and yogurt's extremely good for you. Add as much mayonnaise as you like to make it creamy. I think we need just a little tiny bit more. Not much, maybe half of a cup in total. And again, I think I need a little more pepper in there. So let's add just a little bit more freshly ground pepper. And you could serve this in your pita pocket or just on sandwich bread with lettuce, which is what we're gonna do. Just some wonderful little, green lettuce leaves or romaine or whatever kind of lettuce that you like. Adds little vitamins and minerals and crunch. You know, food is very much a visual thing. If it looks good to you, your brain is more likely to like it. But also a textural thing. You need to have different textures. You want smooth with crunchy, sweet with sour. You've got to have those different layers of texture. And we've got a pretty smooth salad here with the crunch of the almonds and the celery, but then the lettuce adds another layer of crunch to it. But you don't have to put lettuce on there if you don't want to. And there's our third salad of the day. Now here's our fruit salad. I took a little bit of the juice from the pineapple, this was just canned pineapple, and mixed with there just to kind of help those juices along. There's our wonderful fruit salad with our strawberries and our grapes and our pineapple with that white chocolate pudding over it. And then our wonderful strawberry lemonade. Can't wait to dig into that. And again, you could take that recipe and mix it in the blender with some ice and make just this slushy kind of drink. Would be so refreshing on a hot day. Then we've got our egg salad sandwich that we made with boiled eggs, bacon, and cheddar cheese. Then we have our delicious tuna salad with the tuna, just canned tuna. If you have a fresh tuna steak, if you have some left over that maybe you've cooked, you could flake that up and use that. But with this just canned tuna with some celery for crunch and some different layers of flavor in there. And then our wonderful chicken